mandatory steps aside, then we'll fight this during July. Mikey has no problem fighting. Mikey wants to unify the title or challenge somebody for the title.
Would that be for the best interest of Easter's career as well? To step aside money for his mandatory to fight Mikey, who's a bigger fight? Would you think that would be?
Well, he would want it because that's a bigger payday for him, and of course, fighting Mikey would be huge for him too. Especially if he was able to beat Mikey, it would be huge for him. But that's up to his management, his promoters, whatever it is. We can't make those calls.
Robert, I want to go back to the fight with not the lucky Jacob fight with Chocolatito. What was your reaction when you saw him go down, and not just go down but also lose?
Look, I think Chocolatito's still a great fighter. He's very tough, throws a lot of punches, very good skills, but when he does get hit, I was surprised. I didn't know who the other guy was. My kids were saying that Cuadras had already beat him, and I don't even know if that's right, but they said that Cuadras had beat that guy, so I thought it was going to be a comfortable win for Chocolatito. But when I see the fight get so bloody and then he got dropped, then we enjoyed a great fight. I still think Chocolatito won, but it was a great fight.
Now, a lot of critics had him number one pound for pound, and after that fight, there's talk about Lomachenko or somebody else, Golovkin or Crusher being number one. Who are your top three pound for pound?
Look, I like to go by skills, and if I go by skills, because if we go, by accomplishments, Pacquiao should still be pound for pound for everything he's done. He's still champion, and he's done so much. But skills-wise, honestly, my top three right now, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people will probably agree with me. I think it's Lomachenko, Crawford, and Mikey. Those are my top three pound for pound fighters. Top 10, nobody even mentions Mikey because he just came back 2 fights after his long return, 2.5 years layoff. But I think skills-wise, it is Lomachenko, number one, Crawford, and Mikey. But Ward has done a lot. He's a world champion. He beat Kovalev. There's Chocolatito still up there. There's so many fighters out that we could name in the top 10. But I like to go for skills, smart, and being smart in the ring. And Lomachenko's probably the next title.
Mentioning Ward and Crusher, if the rematch happens, do you see winning? Do you see the same outcome, or do you see it the way?
Well, I don't. If we see the same outcome, I think it'd be another controversial decision because being there, I was okay with Ward winning. But then when I went back home and seen the fight again, I think Kovalev won. It was close, but I think Kovalev won. I think in the rematch, Ward will make some adjustments. I think Ward's that smart, that fighter that's very smart and could make a big difference in the rematch. Kovalev is Kovalev. I think Kovalev would actually just continue putting pressure and aiming for that power shot and try to knock him out. But the one that would make the adjustment would probably be Ward. But I wouldn't be surprised if it goes the other way around. But in boxing, I would pick Ward in the rematch.
I saw Abner Matas around here. What are we expecting to see him fight next? Are we at some point going to see a rematch with Leo Santos?
No, that's another one. Just like Mikey, after his win, very good win, after he beat Cuellar, I said, look, Abner, this is what I would like to do with you. Let's come back sometime in April or May. Get up, not an easy win, but I said the rematch with Johnny Gonzalez, Lee Selby. He doesn't want none of that. He wants the big fights. So we're waiting on see what happens to do the rematch with Leo Santos. That's all he wants. He doesn't want to wait. He doesn't want to take a fight in between. Me, like I said, this was my first fight with him, so I wouldn't mind having one or two more before the big one. But he wants to wait for the big one, and that's the way he is. So I don't blame him either. He wants to fight Leo, and I think that's what's going to happen. I don't know when, but it should happen in the next few months.
Now, you said you picked Mikey Garcia over Andre Ward. I got to ask you why. You said Lomachenko, Crawford, Mikey Garcia, and you said Ward is up there. Why wouldn't you put Ward in the top 5, or maybe the pound for pound versus Lomachenko, Terrence Crawford, or Mikey
Well,
Garcia?
why? Because he didn't look too good against Kovalev. Even though he beat him, even though they gave him the decision, I don't think he looked very good. He got dropped. I don't think he looked very good. He has he won the tournament. He's beat a lot of big names. So yes, he probably belongs in the top 5. But I said, me personally, my top 3, Lomachenko has looked great. I don't think there's, except for Salido a couple years ago. But besides that, he's looked sensational. So has what's his name? Terrence Crawford. Every time he fights, whoever it is, maybe he hasn't fought that top big name out there, but it doesn't matter. Whoever he fights, he looks really good. And so is Mikey. So that's why, skills-wise, that's why those are my top 3.
Now, Bill Belichick put a camera when he was scouting the Jets. Are you doing that for Lomachenko for the 2018 fight for the big money?
Look, me and Lomachenko, he was training in my gym, and he's a hell of a person. Him and his dad, Igas Klimas, is great. Great person.
Igas is awesome.
Best manager right now, and I'm very happy for them. And I know that I wouldn't really want to see it, but this is business. I know that me and Klimas, we talk all the time, and we know that we're looking for next year to do that fight. So whenever we do, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be a huge fight.